So how do you ask a woman out successfully via message? Now, I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you a simple 5-step process to ask a woman out, whether you're messaging her on a dating app or you're just messaging a woman that you've met in real life, and how you can incorporate the date suggestion smoothly and in a playful and unique way that's going to be almost guaranteed to get a really nice response from her. Now, I understand the reason why you're thinking about how you can ask her out, because you know, and I know, that if you message a woman kind of endlessly without ever trying to ask her out, either A, the conversation is going to get boring and the attraction is going to start to fizzle out, or B, you really as a man never know if she's willing and able to meet you in real life, which is what you want. You don't need a pen friend, you want a woman that you're going to be able to go on some dates with. So we know it's important to kind of at some stage cut to the chase and ask her out via message. But it can be hard when you're chatting to know how to transition the conversation from your normal chit chat into asking her out in a way that's going to be effective. Because of this, sometimes you may find yourself asking her out in a way that isn't particularly smooth. You just think, oh gosh, I just have to do it. So you might use a cliche like, oh, we seem to have some stuff in common, so how about we meet and talk about it? Now, that's arguably better than not doing anything at all, but because how you've expressed your desire to go out with her is so commonly used, because it's not unique, because it kind of doesn't sit in the flow of the conversation, it can be a little bit jarring. Doesn't mean that she won't go out with you. It might just mean though that she feels slightly less excited about the date that is to come. And I want her to be really excited about going on that date with you. So instead, I want you to try and follow this 5-step formula that I've created for you about how to ask her out via message. And it's really simple, so bear with me. Okay, step number 1, the first thing you need to do is the date suggestion needs to be tied into what you're talking about and the themes of the conversation as a whole. So I want you to look out for what you're speaking about. Are you speaking about sports? Are you speaking about meditation? Are you speaking about shopping? In this example I've given you, she's brought up that she's just got into baking recently. So what's the topic that you want to work with here? Baking. Now, you might not think that there's a good way to turn this into a date, but I'm going to prove you otherwise. So step number 2 is you want to find a way to think about how you can talk about this topic that's come up in the context of a date. So if it's baking, if you wanted to be really playful, you could say something like, so any chance you bring cookies to first dates? If she happened to be talking about how she was into knitting, another traditionally non-sexy subject, you could say, well, how about we take your new winter scarf out for a spin and go for a walk this weekend? So again, you're kind of using the topic that's come up in the conversation and making a playful suggestion around how that would look in the context of a date. Also notice that this isn't serious. You're not really expecting her to bring a cookie to a date or to bring you a pair of mittens to wear. It's more about you showing that you're able to have that fun, flirty, fluid conversation with her, which makes her think, oh wow, you know, it's going to be really easy and fun to talk to this guy when I eventually sit down with him on a date. Step 3, we are going to make the date suggestion a little bit more real. So rather than just kidding about whether she's going to bring a cookie on a date, you can make a suggestion for what you're going to do together. Now, I would always advise, before you get into the logistics of when and where, create an image for her about what the date is going to look like. A really nice way to phrase this is by saying, how about we? So you could say, how about we go for hot chocolate this weekend? Any baked goods, a bonus, wink. So again, you kind of tied it to the theme of baked goods, but now the picture is getting a bit clearer about what that date would look like. What you want her to do is you want her to say, that sounds really fun, or that sounds nice, or I love hot chocolate. So you want her to show enthusiasm for the idea first, and then we can go to logistics next. So when it comes to step 4, which is setting the logistics, I am always a big fan of just saying, what day works best for you? Or what's your diary looking like this week? This will prompt her to disclose to you when her free time is. Whilst it might seem more assertive to say, let's meet Saturday afternoon, chances are that will be the one time slot she can't make, and then you're just going to get in some awkward back and forth. So if you're relatively relaxed about when you can meet, just put that out there to her and say what day is best for you. You can also win some bonus points here by showing a little bit of care. You can even drop in something like, I was going to suggest that we go for a wintry walk instead, but weather looks bad and I don't want you to get cold. So let's stick with hot chocolate. Again, by doing a little gesture like that, she will interpret from that that you're caring, that you're thinking about her needs, and that you're planning a good date. So again, she's going to be like, oh, guy who is fun, caring, can plan a date, and like everything's going to add up in her head to make her feel more excited to finally see you. So step 5 is confirmation. You just say, great, let's meet at X place at X time. Or if the date is a few days or a week away still, you can say, great, I'll come up with a plan and message you later in the week. Therefore, she knows that you are going to get back to her, and she's not necessarily expecting you to be messaging her back and forth every single day. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this is something else that I would personally consider to be a bit of an attraction killer. I think it's much better before that first date to just get that date organised, make sure it's really super clear, and then trust that she is going to show up in time and not feel that pressure to keep entertaining her and to keep building that attraction 24/7 in the run up to the date. Anyway, I hope you've loved this video. If you would like some more personal advice on the messages that you're sending and you want some feedback from myself and my coaching team, I would really recommend you check out my Hayley Quinn Club. You can do my 30 Days of Dating challenge in there, which is pretty fun. And also there's a members only private forum where you will get myself and my team of coaches advice about your messages. Messaging is such an easy win in a way to present yourself in a way that's confident and charismatic and flirty. So don't let your messages get you down. Instead, join up to my club and hopefully we'll be giving you some advice in there soon. And I hope you've loved this video. As ever, please turn on notifications to my channel, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you very soon.